Alright, hello. This is probably definitely way too loud. This better? This better? So, I don't think any of y'all saw, because it did happen within like a split second, but I did fully accidentally click, the end stream button the second I clicked start stream. I like accidentally double clicked it. So I just deleted it, but out there technically exists a 1-second stream with the exact same title and thumbnail. First time it's ever happened. That's funny. That's funny. It like lagged out for a second, so whatever, doesn't matter. We're here, we're live. Technically 2 minutes late because that kerfuffle took me 2 minutes to set up a new stream. But we're here, and it's okay, and that's really all that matters. Because of that, I normally have a couple things I set up beforehand, like with the stream open and everything. I have to reopen everything now on the new stream. I never thought that was even a possibility that could happen. That's funny. But no, we're live. Live and alive. For some reason, my YouTube chat isn't working. Hold on, I can't see your messages. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, it's the final stream of the school year. Let's go. I'm excited for this one. This is gonna be a fun one. I don't know where all this energy is coming from, but I'm coming with it, and I'm all for it. This one, oh man, I'm so burnt out from freaking tests, man. I've been doing these gosh darn tests. I almost said tasks. The gosh darn tests for the past 2 weeks straight. I have 5 this year, which is much more than any other normal person would have. But that's it. Just these ones, and we're done forever. And I'm oh so glad to be saying that. Oh my goodness, chemistry was... I keep, like, every time I hop on stream after a test, I feel like that test was years ago. Like, when I did the chemistry stream yesterday, I took Spanish that day as well, and it felt like that was forever ago. And now it's the same vibe, where it's like, I've been so... I haven't... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real here for a minute. I haven't actually studied for algebra enough. I did like an hour of review yesterday, and then like maybe half an hour today. Not the best track record, but I did spend time studying today, is what I was going to say. So I'm already like out of that chemistry mindset, and especially now that like I made the thumbnail for algebra, I'm on a stream that's titled Algebra. I'm all algebra'd up. Honestly, being real, this is not my most confident I've been going into a test. I've definitely had lesser confident ones. I've probably been less confident about, like geometry, for example, because I never took the geometry class. But, I would definitely say I was planning on doing better for history and chemistry. So this will be an experience. This test, like all the other ones, you get 3 hours for. Although this one, you really do need, I wouldn't say all 3 hours, but I would say it takes longer than the other ones. Maybe chemistry did take a bit of a while. I take that back. Spanish took a bit of a while, purely because the listening section took forever. But I think otherwise, algebra is going to take a bit of time, because just like, it's a bunch of calculations. I also have whipped out for the first time in a long time my graphing calculator. I almost considered putting it in the stream thumbnail. And then I decided that it's not actually that important. But no, it's all jokes. This is what's gonna carry me through my test. Shristi, welcome to the stream. How are we cooking today? I am moments away from starting my, I don't have the words. Algebra exam. I know what exam I'm taking right now. Yeah. My 15-minute timer that I normally have right here is broken. So I don't have a timer, but at the 15th minute of the hour, I'll start the test. You're studying too? Hell yeah. What are you studying for? Also studying for what, actually? Because I am like, my school already ended. I finished a week ago. We just have state exams to finish up, and this is my last one. All my past streams recently have been state exams. And this one is no different. So I wonder what you're studying for. Because I know there's definitely places of the world that are still studying and all that, and have like school and everything. I'm glad to be over with that, unlike others. But I heard, actually, one thing that's actually interesting. I want to talk about this. So the test that I picked out for both geometry a couple weeks ago as well as algebra now, apparently it's harder than the actual test. From what I've heard, this exam is technically like harder stuff than what we need to know, which I chose it purely because it's like interactive and I can do it on the computer. But I mean, hey, it just goes to show like if we do well here, then we must be doing really well on the exam. Like for example, I'm pretty sure it was like an 83, it was like an 85 or 87 on my geometry exam, my practice test. And so theoretically, I got over a 90 if you want to consider it like with what my score would be on the actual test. You're doing calculus? Ooh, calculus. That's above my pay grade. I'm still kicking it in algebra 2. Although next year I start I'm like not a very mathy person. I surround myself with people who are. I'm not one. So I'm just taking like the bare minimum. I'm doing algebra 2 this year. I'm doing pre-calc next year, and then I actually get to pick my class senior year. I'm taking stats, so I'm not going down the calculus route that I think most people are, but it'll be an experience. I'm a little worried for this test now that I think about it. What's my schedule looking like for this year? Next year, like did schedule just come out? No, it didn't. Our schedule, this is a dude who goes to my school. Our schedules weren't released yet. Right? Right? What do you mean schedule? Or courses? My courses, I'm taking a 1 to 10, meaning I have all 10 periods of the day for those who don't go to my school. I have all 10 periods. I'm taking a bunch of long society classes. You're taking the same ones. And then I'm also doing AP US History, AP Lang, pre-calc. I have to take physics as well as the physics lab. Bio lab I still have to take because I need my biology lab requirements. There's more I'm missing. What else am I taking? I'm trying to think of all the classes that I would take, but it's not coming to me. Oh, advanced Spanish. I'm doing advanced Spanish as well, and PE. Basically, I have like one lunch period, which is only 4 of the 5 days a week. Why is it a 1 to 10? Because I have classes from 1 to 10, and then I have a lunch, but that lunch is 1 day out of the week taken up by biolab. So fall semester, I have Spanish, and then also biolab. I take physics and its lab, because physics lab and biolab can't be at the same period, because there's PE there as well. So it's PE and physics is one class, and lab is also its own thing. They're all separate. You're just a bio person, but I have to make my math strong, so I got math. Yeah, I feel, especially for bio, because bio you do need some math there, right? It's not like you can't get away with science without math. Like I took a chemistry test today, and there was definitely a lot of math involved. Hopefully I got none wrong. I know there was some math that I got wrong yesterday on the practice. No. Oh, it is working. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. Wait, what the hell? OBS is saying that I'm not live, but YouTube is showing me as live. Y'all can hear me and see me? Okay, sure. This is so strange because OBS is saying that I'm actively not live, and then YouTube is actively showing me as live. Whatever. David and Haley, both welcome to chat. Both of y'all are people I know. Welcome to the stream, Haley. You, Haley, are in my school. You have an exam tomorrow as well as I. David, you've been off for years, you freaking Californian. It is 6:15, however, so I'm going to the exam. Give me a moment to set it up, because I actually didn't think it through. I'm doing a full test, which means a full 3-hour, all 4 parts. I need to open Google, which is my first concern right now. It should be this one. Yeah. All right, this is the exam we're doing. I think I'm gonna hop right into it, which means I need to switch my music as well. So for those who don't know, there is 35 multiple choice, and then 2 sets of short answers, each with like varying amounts of credit, and then a final. I don't know what the final part 4 is. I know for geometry it was a proof. I don't know what it is for this. I've taken the last time I did a full Regents practice for Algebra was like damn near 3 weeks ago. So I actually don't know what I'm in for at the very end, but we'll find out when I get there. What matters now is this test right in front of me. Timer's already going. I'm not going to need all 3 hours. That's a pretty crazy amount of time. So I'm going to hop into it. Nothing about my graphing calculator. I also almost forgot. Need to make a note in chat. I will... I'm not... Hold up, I can't type. I'm not looking in chat while taking the test. Looking at chat, not looking in chat. And I'll pin that. I've always had people come to me and say, hey, are you sure you're live? Why are you not talking to us? And it's like, bro, I'm in the middle of a test. I can't. You guys can cheat and give me answers. There we go. All right, goodbye, chat. This is the last I'll see you of you. I'll see you in 3 hours or less, because I'm going to finish this less than 3 hours. But here we go. Okay, starting with the multiple choice. I'm also going to be thinking everything out loud as well, just so you can like get my thought process. And back to my normal water bottle after using the chemistry one from the thumbnail from yesterday for chemistry. All right, here we go. Angle theta is in quadrant 2, and where'd my mouse go? There we go. And sine theta equals 5/13. What's the value of cosine? Okay, so it's in quadrant 2, so cosine has to be negative. So it's one of these two. It can't be the exact same as sine, because if it was, it would be rad 2/2, which is exactly 45 degrees to the left, which it's not. So it has to be this one. Process of elimination. I don't think... Yeah. Alright, which expression is equivalent to all that? Okay, I need scratch paper. I'm gonna get out this scratch paper. You guys can't see my scratch paper, but I'll like talk out what I'm thinking while I do this. Alright, so hold up. Okay, the first thing can be, I'm gonna do factoring. Actually, you know what? No, I'll just do it on here. I'll factor it in here. The first thing can be factored into x squared, which then leaves m to the 3 minus 4b. And the second one can be factored by z plus z m3 minus 4b. So then you end up with x squared plus z multiplied by m3 minus 4b. Is that an answer choice? X squared plus z. It's the only option with plus and not minus, which kind of concerns me, but I'm pretty sure that's right. That's what I got. So I'm going to move on with that. What is the focus? The parabola, who's... Oh my god, focus and directrix. I completely forgot that existed. Oh, yikes, I should have studied that. Oh, no. Okay. Focus, I'm fairly sure, is just the opposite of all of these. So it'd be +2, -1. I think. I'm fairly certain the focus, just the x-axis is x, and then flip that, and then y-axis is y, and then flip that, because it's minus. Ooh, I will find out if that's right or not. I'm not 100%. Alright, next one seems easier, though. The graph on the right shows f of x equals sine x, and the interval x is greater than or equal to 0, or just the reflection. Which of the following statements are true? They're both... Oh, it's about odd and even. Shoot. If it's negative... Oh, I completely forgot odd and even. This is such a bad start because it makes it look like I don't know algebra. I studied a lot of algebra, just not like the very early... Like focus and directrix and like odd and evens were both very early into the year. I'm fairly certain that this is odd because it's a sine wave. And I don't think G changes that because it's still sine and not again. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's cutting in and out. It hasn't been an issue all day, but it seems like it has to other people in this house. So, apologies for that. I'm always gonna pause whenever there's a Wi-Fi outage, so you don't miss anything. Question 5. Which of the following is a solution set for the equation? It's a little loud. Which following is a solution set for the equation? I actually need to solve it. Okay. I need to factor. So I'm going to start off... Oh, I need to do the perfect square thing. So it's going to be... On the top side, it's going to be 3a squared. And then what's going to be instead of 2a? That's equal negative 15. It's going to be... plus 5 minus 3. Plus 5a minus 3a minus 5. Which can then factor to... yeah, then it'll factor to 3a minus 1, and then plus 5a. No, it'll just be 5, and then a minus 1. So the top half here, this part, I wish I could highlight it for you, is 3a plus 5, a minus 1. The bottom half, I also need to fill out for. It's got to equal negative 4, so it's going to be plus 4 minus 1. So it's going to be a squared plus 4a minus 4. Then you have a plus 4, and then you have negative 1, a plus 4. So then the bottom half here is going to be a minus 1, a plus 4. A minus 1 cancels out, so you should be left with 3a plus 5 over a plus 4 equals 5. What's the question asking? The solution set? Okay, well then you multiply by a plus 4 to get a plus 4 off the bottom. So if you multiply it, you get 3a squared plus 5a plus 12a plus 20, which is really 3a squared plus 17a equals negative 15 if you move the 20 over. What do you do after that? Would you then try to factor it? So then you'd go like a 3a plus 17 equals negative 15. But then what? Like, chat, let me show you what I have so far. I have like... why is it striped? I'm left with... Is it backwards? It's not backwards. I'm left with this, where I don't even know if it's focusing properly. But I'm left with a, and then 3a plus 17 equals negative 15. And I don't know what it wants from me after that. Like, because it's asking for the solution set, but I don't know how to... From there, do I just plug it in and hope for the best and, like, go through each solution? Because I can, just doesn't feel the most intuitive, you know? Like, I could also divide by a, but that kind of defeats the point. I mean, I could just plug it in, but... Alright, I'll just plug it in, because I don't see any other solution. So, negative 5, if I put that in, I get negative 15, so 2... it's not negative 5. Negative 5 is not an option here. Is 1 an option choice? 1, 20... 1 is also not an option, so it's not 3 or 4. What about this? Is 5 an option here? 15... No, 5 is not an option. So is negative 15 over 2 it? Hold up. I need to, like, think about this. Hold up. 3 times that is negative 45 over 2. So, negative 45 over 2. Plus 17 is negative 5.5 times negative 15 over 2 also does not equal the answer. I did something wrong because none of my answers equal that. Shoots. Yikes. Okay. Sorry, I looked at chat for a second just so I can make sure I'm still live. I can send the practice test here. Hold up. I can send it. If you wanna do the same one as me, there it is. Okay, back to this though. I'm in a bit of a predicament because I don't know what to do. None of these are right. I must have done something wrong along the way, but I don't really have time to like go back and recheck it all. Let me just try plugging it into just literally this and see what happens. So if I put in 1 squared is 1, so 3 plus 2 minus 5 equals 0. And then the bottom is 1 plus 3 minus 4 also equals 0, so it doesn't equal 5. So it's not that. The other option is negative 5. So negative 5 squared is 25 times 3 is 4. So 45 plus negative 10 minus 5 equals 30. And then the bottom would be 25 plus 3 and then plus negative 15 minus 4 equals 6. So that actually is right. According to like just basically just plugging it in, negative 5 is correct. So I'm gonna run with that. Yeah, okay. I guess if it's a multiple choice, then I can just do that and call it a day. I guess. Alright. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's still like bugging a bit. Just making sure I'm good to go here. Yeah, okay. Next question. Is it a PERT question? It's not. It's a which the following equation can model the approximate yearly growth rate? Okay. So T is months. So what's 1.21 times 12? 14. What's 121 divided by 12? 1.008. This is strange. How is this done? Because, oh, in months, you want to divide it by 12. So what's 0.21 divided by 12? Is 2. Okay, then I believe this is right? Because you have the number divided by 12, so that's the yearly rate now. And then this is the yearly, like, actual growth. So I'm fairly certain that 4 is correct. I'm not 100%, but I'm fairly certain it's correct. Which the following choice is not a real number? I times I gets you a real number. Also, I times I gets you a real number. Yikes. I to the power of 12? I don't know. Is I to the power of 12 a real number? One, two, three, 4. I think it is a real number. I think. There's no I on my calculator, so I have to solve it on my own. Or, could I theoretically do, like, could I input the square root of -1 here? What would that let me? Yeah, it says... Wait, hold up. Hold the phone. I might have found a trick here. No, actually, hold on. No, I don't think that it works. Let me show you what I was doing. Yeah, so I was putting in the square root of -1 as just what it is, rather than, like, just I. But it said a non-real answer no matter what, because it sees square root of -1 in there. So I have to actually solve this. Okay, well, I know for a fact it's not 4, because I times I is -1. Same logic applies to this. No, it doesn't. Because you also have to multiply the 3 by -4i, which gets you whatever this multiplied is, plus, or I guess minus 12i. And I is not a real number. I think that's right. Because I know for a fact that 4 and 2 are real numbers. 1, that's real. But then it's the same, isn't it the same thing? Oh, no. I was about to say, isn't it the same thing where you have to multiply this and this and this and this and you end up with i's, but those cancel out to 0. This is the only non-real number. Yeah. The power of process of elimination. Given function f defined as x squared minus x, oh my god. Fx equals x squared minus 6x plus 2. This expression defines that f of x plus 3 is... What? Oh, I see. It's like a large... So I have to put in x plus 3 for x. So then you end up with... What's it called? You get x plus 3 squared plus... Or, sorry. Minus 6 times x plus 3 plus 2. So if you map all that out, that is x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 6x minus 18 plus 2, which in total is x squared minus 7, I think. X squared minus 7, which is an option. There we go. Yeah. Solved it. I think it might be worth it to pull out a board or like a Google Doc on the stream. Because there's a lot more mental math than I expected there to be. But it's probably fine. I'll move on. I'll move on with what we have. Which expression is equivalent to this monstrosity? What the hell? Okay. So, where do I even start with this? Okay, so it's asking for the cubed root. So, cubed root of 64 is 4, right? 4 times 4 times 4? Yeah. If that's the case, isn't this just the answer? Because there's no other numbers here. The rest is variables. Because wouldn't you... No, because it squares it all at the end, so it's actually not 3. Okay, so before you square it, you have 4, and then x squared cubed is x squared, and so you have to square that. So it's 4x squared squared, which gets you 16x to the 4, I believe. Yeah, so that's the right answer there. Almost tricked me up because I didn't realize what that 2 was doing there, but that makes sense. Music turned off. No, actually, no, it didn't. Yeah. Alright. A homeowner invests $15,000 in an annual interest rate of 4%. What will the value of his investment after 6 years be if it is compounded quarterly? Okay, so first of all, we have 15,000 times... And then here's the thing. It's compounded quarterly. which means we have to multiply 0.04 times 12. So what is that? Hold up. 0.04 times 12 is 0.48. So you get 15,000 times 1.48 to the power of, and then it'd be 6 times 12. What's 6 times 12? I'm going to do math on paper here. 72. So to the square root of 72, I did something wrong because the answer I got is 2 point something. Oh, E. Oh, I got a number way too big. Maybe it's supposed to be 6 divided by 2. So would it be 15,000 times 1.48 to the power of 0.5? That is not given answer choice. I got 18,242. The lowest answer is 18,979. How do you compound quarterly? I'm gonna have to like figure that out. Actually, I'm gonna write down all the things I'm not 100% on so I can go back to them. This I knew, this I knew. Where did my... There we go. Focus directrix. This is a good strat for anyone who's studying. When you're taking a practice test, write down the theme you don't know, so you can focus it later. Odd and even functions. This I knew. This I knew. And then quarterly compounding. Because right now, I do not know how to compound quarterly. Like, fully, I just don't know what to do here. Because I'm fairly certain you multiply the 04 by 12. But what did I do here? Yes, wouldn't you multiply 6 by 12? And 6 times 12 is 72. Did I calculate it wrong? 15,000 times 1.48 times, and what if I just do 6 times 12? Won't that give the same number? It does. The method that I knew isn't working. I'm a little stumped. I might have to guess and move on because I'm not 100% on how to move on. That's what we're gonna have to do. I'll refocus. I'll learn how to do it later. Which equation has non-real solutions? Do I have to do math right now? All right. Do I have to actually go through all these one by one and solve them until I find the one that's right? All right. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's 4. But here we go. Okay, starting off with 3x squared plus 6. Actually, I'm not going to do that one in the case that's... because I don't really know how to do that, actually. Okay. So, 3x squared plus... what in the world is 3 times 18? 54. 9 times 6 is a factor of 54. But not what I'm looking for. What's another factor of 54? I'm just inputting random things to the calculator because I need a factor of 54 here. What the hell? I need a factor of 3 and 18. that equal and negative 18 that equals 6 to do the complete the square for number 2. But I don't know, nothing's coming up. Okay, I'm gonna skip past it as well and move on. So option 3 here is 3x squared minus x plus 18. So I need just a minus x. That would be 7 and 8, right? No? I thought 7 times 8, oh, it's 56. Wait, then that's not... Why are none of these possible by squaring the thing? Like, the method I learned is that, like, for example, for 2, you multiply 3 and negative 18, that's 54, right? 3 times 18? Yeah. And then you find 2 factors that multiply to that and equal and add to 6. That's not possible for 1, 2, or 3. So is the answer just 4 based on that? That's not possible either. Oh my god, you have to divide by 3. You have to divide by frickin' 3. Oh my god. Let's go back to number 2. Because number 2 actually starts with 3 times x squared plus 2x minus... What is 18 divided by 3? 6. Yeah. Okay, and then what equals negative 6 and adds to 2 is... Actually, I don't know, because it's negative 3 and 3. And it's negative 1 and 6. Six doesn't have any other factors except for 2 and 3 and 1 and 6. So still not possible? Alright, let me make sure I'm not tripping and do the next one. No, but that one you can't... Okay, if it's plus 6, is there a possible answer here? No, there still isn't. Dude, what is this question? Because none of these can actually factor out. Right? Am I tripping? I feel like none of these answers can do the proper squaring thing. So I'm gonna come back to this one because genuinely it just feels like the proper way to do this is just not possible. I'm definitely missing something, but okay. The graph of quadratic function fx shown on the right. What is the remainder when fx divided by x plus 2? What? How am I supposed to know? We've never done a question like this. Bro. How do I not understand the last 3 questions in a row? The vertex is negative 6.5. And then on 1. You divide by x plus 2? What the hell? We never learned dividing a parabola. What does this even mean? Because this is saying that that x plus 2 multiply by one of these numbers is a parabola, which is not possible because x squared makes a parabola, and none of these have x in it. So what? Does it mean like x plus 2 or x minus 2? I guess I'll go with that assumption. But also, how is the vertex a decimal, negative 6.5, if all of these are full numbers? Because theoretically, you'd multiply these to get that. I'm so lost. What the hell? Both of these I'm going to need to look up the answer for because I completely don't get it. Okay, whatever. How many non-real roots does the following polynomial function have? Oh boy. Do I have to... What's a non-real root again? Does that mean when it's like... What makes something a non-real root? I guess if it's a normal facing parabola facing up, anything where it's plus. So this is good. 1, 2, 3. I'm not 100%. I also need to write down non-real roots. I feel like almost all the Regents I've done were easier than this. My thinking is anything that's negative is chill, anything plus is not. And so this can be switched to x plus 2, x minus 2, or x plus 4, x minus 4, so 1. X plus 2, x minus 2, so 2. And then it's another plus, so 3. Maybe. You took a summer job for 5 weeks where your salary includes tips. Your take-home pay was recorded in the table at the right. What was your average rate of change in your weekly pay over the 5 years? 5735. So is it literally just, it's an average number. 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5 divided by 4 is $5 a week. This is like it's like an Algebra 1 question. I'll take it. Sure. Average rate. I just had 4 back to back that all messed me up so hard. So I'm like wary of this. But okay, if you say so. If you say it's right, sure, I'll take it. Stream is giving me issues again. 1 second. Okay, we're good. All right. When x 4x to the 3 plus 14x to the 2 minus 6x plus 1 is divided by 2x minus 1, the quotient may be expressed as, this is going to be a synthetic, oh my god, this is going to be a synthetic division thing, so it's going to be, actually, but it's 2x minus 1. How does it, I don't know how to do synthetic division when this is a 2. I guess then you have to do long division? Bro, I haven't done long division with polynomials in forever. There's so many things I'm doing for the first time in like months, and it like has not shown up on Regents exams, like in a long time. Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing, because, like... Okay, well, all of them have 2x squared, so I can start with that. Sorry for going non-verbal. I just am like trying to figure this out. It said minus 6x. And the options are either 8x or 6x. That should be 6x. Because then it would be 12x plus 6x. So then you would get... Yo, chat, this makes no sense. Because then you're left with... You're left with 12 minus 12x minus 1, so it's really 11 minus 12x. Which you can then add... Well, 6 isn't an option. 1? So it'd be 1? Dude, I don't... Okay. Compared to like chemistry or history or something, algebra just covers so many random topics that are completely unrelated to each other that I like, didn't realize how much there was. And so I already have like 5 different, completely different things from each other that I already know I have to like relearn. Like, I already have focused directrix, odd even functions, quarterly compounding, non-real roots, and binomial long division. And none of those help each other. Like, this is why I don't like, not even algebra, but like non-humanities classes in general. But regardless, we'll move on. Determine the point of intersection of x squared plus y squared equals 400 and y equals that. Alright, let's turn the first one also into a y equals. So then it's y squared equals negative x squared plus 400 equals y equals negative x plus... What's the square root of 400? Is it 20? It is 20. So then you have negative x plus 20 equals 3x plus 20. Right? And then you get 2x equals 0. So x equals 0. I guess 0 is an option for all of these. When you plug in 0, you get 20. So 0, positive 20. So it's 1, 2, or 3. I guess negative 20 is also an option for the square root of 40. So it's 0, positive 20. And then you could also get negative x minus 20 equals 3x plus 20. So then you get 2x equals negative 40, and then x equals negative 20. But no option here has an x equals negative 20. So what's missing here? Sorry, I have like a really bad sunburn that's like just starting to peel as well. It's burning my back. So actually none of the other ones have this option. Right? Like, I get 0 is 20. Like, 0, 20. But how did you get 12 or negative 12? Where did that come from? Because the only other thing x could equal is negative 20, which is not an option. But I don't think y can equal negative 20. So I don't think it's 1 or 4. Which leaves 2 and 3. And I'll put this, we don't have a negative, but I also don't get this. Like, there's so many things that I'm just, like, getting almost there and then not understanding, and I don't know what it is. Dude, Algebra 2 has just so much content that's so unrelated from each other, it's crazy. But I'll move on. A geometric sequence is modeled by the explicit equation an equals 3 times 2n minus 1. Which recursive equation also models a geometric sequence? What? Geometric sequence is modeled by explicit equation that 2 to the power of n minus 1 times 3 equals a of n. So a of 1 equals 3. So then a or what? So a0 square. Yo, I'm being like, it may start to look like I'm joking. I have no clue what's going on here. Like, at all whatsoever. If a of 1 is 6, then a of... And we'll say this is 2. So this would be 6 times 2. So this would equal 12. And here, it would be 0, so 1 would be 3. So is this right? Because here, if it's 4, then you have a of n minus 1, which is 3, times 2 is 6. And here, if a of 1 is 3, you have 0, so then you have 3. But that's not the right, that's not the same number. Oh no, it has to be 1. It has to be 1. No, it is 1 here. No, it has to be 2 here. So then it's actually, no, it is this one though. And it's that. That's right. Did the music stop playing? Okay. On a standard test, a score of 84 falls exactly 1% standard deviation of the mean. If standard deviation test is 2, what is the mean score for this test? Wait, is it literally just saying that? Is it just saying multiply standard deviation times 1.5 and add it? So you would add 3 to 84. So the answer is 87. It just confuses me how you can go from questions as hard as like these 3 and then give me something like this. Give me something like this. Where you just add 3. But whatever. Okay. I'm not great with log, so bear with me. The expression log 3 8 minus x is defined for all values of x such that x is... Can this be 0? It can't be a negative number. So it has to be at least less than 8. So it's not the first two. But can it equal 8? Can this be 0? I wish I could put it... I guess I can try putting it into my calculator with base 10. Like, I can go log of 0, see what happens. Domain error. And if I do log -1, that should also not allow me? Yeah. But if I do log 1, that gets me an answer. So I think it has to be this, because it can't equal 0 and it has to be less than 8. So that it's a positive number. Yeah, fairly certain about that. Finally, an easy probability question. Probability is light. A skateboarding company surveys high school underclassmen as their favorite primary color. Table below shows their results. If a junior is only selected from the sample set, what's probably the student prefers, red or yellow? So if a junior is selected, so we're only looking at this. Red or yellow means red and yellow. So 74 plus 47 equals 121 over 180. I always like when it gives a nice and easy and light one. Which of the following expressions is not a factor of the expression that? Should I factor this? Is this what it wants me to do right now? I believe so. Let me factor that. So then you have, the first thing can be factored by x squared. So it's 2x, or sorry, you'd start with x squared. X squared times 2x minus 7y. And the other one is... I think they're both divisible by 3. No, they're also divisible by 9. Okay, so 9y squared. They're both divisible by, so it'd be plus 9y squared equals 2x minus 7y, which is good. Because then you end up with x squared plus 9y squared times 2x minus 7y. So one of the is 2x minus 7y here. It is. There we go. The other one is... Oh, which one is not a factor? So 2x minus 7y is... x squared plus 9y squared is... And... this bottom one can be further simplified to x plus 3y and x minus 3y. How are they all possible? It says which is not a factor, but all according to my calculations, they're all factors. Oh, this isn't minus. This would have to be minus. So it's only x plus 3y and x plus 3y. So x minus 3y cannot equal this. So it's number 2. There we go. Which state... How many... There's only 20... I thought there were 30. Oh, wait. Apparently there's only 24 multiple choice. So, better than I thought. That's not bad. Which statement is not true? Actually, are we certain that's the case? How many multiple choice questions in Algebra 2 Regents? 24. Fully thought there was 30. I think I'm thinking of something else, but cool. That's good for me. Okay, actually, hold on. I just glanced at chat to make sure that my stream is running. And someone's spamming slurs. So let me go ban that guy real quick. I don't have mods, so it is actually pretty bad when that happens, because then I can't notice it myself, but... How do you... Does that show up on stream as well here? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go specifically to chat and just... Wrong thing. Okay. Back to that. Sorry, I don't have mods. That happen sometimes. That's on me. Okay. Only a couple questions left in here and we're done. Only 3 more. Okay. Which statement is not true regarding the graph of the following function there? The amplitude, I'm pretty sure it's 4, right? Or no, sorry, it is 2. I'm tripping. What am I talking about? Y-intercept is 6. No, it's sine. Y-intercept should be 0, right? You're starting at 0, 0. No, because you're adding 6, so it is 0, 6. I keep, like, thinking it's wrong, and correct myself. 1 and 3 is correct. Period is 8. Pretty sure it's 2 over pi, right? Wouldn't the pi be 1 over 2? Because I'm fairly certain to find the period, you multiply pi over 4 times 2 over pi. So pi cancels out, 2 cancels out, and you end up with 1 over, or like 1 over 2. I don't even know how you'd find range. How do you find range? Oh, I guess you do 6, then minus 2 and plus 2. Which is that. So, yeah, so that's right, so this is wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, let me make sure no one else has chatted since. Just to... Okay, people are spamming as well. That's fun. Alright, so... I thought I banned you. I'm not that good at streaming. I don't know. I thought I banned you. Okay, I'm fairly certain I've banned you now. So, there we go. And then... That was actually the only person, I think, so we're chilling now. Yeah. Okay, don't spam, because that's going to get you banned. So don't do that. Ugly mixed man. Like, you too. Like, it doesn't show up in YouTube chat, because it blocks it. But I see what you sent. So can we chill out on that? Alright. 2 questions left. In the polynomial function, this one, on which intervals is fx positive? What? How do I know if when it's positive or not? Can I plug it into here? Can I just go to the table set and just, sorry, onto the table and just do it? Or like y equals 2x plus 1 and then x minus 3 and then x plus 2. And if I go to the graph, does that just work? Oh my goodness, it does. Cool, hell yeah. Okay. So in which intervals is it positive? Positive on like, I would say like -2 to negative like 0.5, which is this one. And then greater than 3, which I'm fairly certain is right. Cool. Put that into the calculator and it worked. There we go. Okay, are you using several accounts? Is that what you're doing here? That's crazy. That's crazy you have several accounts. Because you can't put slurs in my chat. I'm just gonna keep banning all the ones you make, you know? Like, it doesn't... You're not cool, you know, for doing that. So just, like, do anything else with your day. If you're not gonna study for algebra, leave. You feel me? That's what this is for. So, alright, moving on. Last question for the multiple choice. During a 5-hour experiment, the population and growth of bacteria increased as shown in the table at the right. This time, the time t is expressed in hours. Which model for PT, the population of bacteria after t, best fits the data? So it's saying t is hours, so t is this. So it would start off with 250. So PT equals 250. Is that what it multiplies by? 250 times 1.75. Does that equal the next thing? It doesn't. Huh. Okay. So would it be 4 then? Because would it just be the one before that as well? Oh, it has to be to the power of. No, but same thing, right? But none of those are right. Is it crazy that none of these feel like the right answer? How do you keep coming up with new accounts? Hold on, sorry, I need to... How do you have several accounts that are just this? Okay. And then, Ugly Mixed Man. Like, all your messages are just... Just dropped my calculator. All your messages are just this, which is actively being blocked on YouTube, which is funny, but it's going through OBS. So, I guess we're just gonna hide chat then if you don't wanna. If you don't want to use chat responsibly, I'll just put it here, and then there'll be no more chat. Like we don't have to do this. You're deciding you want to do this, chat. What even is your account? Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna go do my my work. Okay, back to this. I don't know what the right answer is, because theoretically it would be this, but this doesn't equal the right thing. Once you, because 250 times 1.750 equals 437. Right? And like it grows too fast for the calculation here. So it's not this one, but none of the other ones make sense, because this is decreasing. This is adding 500 each time, and it's definitely not adding 500. Unless, is it saying that, like, this is right because, like, it just is? Like, 250 plus 512.286 times, like, 2, for example, should get 580. But it also doesn't. So... is it crazy to say that none of these are right? I'll put this one, but none are correct, so I'm confused about that. It's not making sense. Okay. Alright, so I don't know what's up with this quiz, because I double checked on the calculator, all these are wrong, but we'll go with that. So I'm actually going to leave it for now and move on to the next section, which is part 2, 3, and 4. How am I on time for this test? 1 hour in. Not bad. Because how many questions are left? I've done 24, and there's a total of 37. Oh, for this one, I do actually need to pull up a thing. So actually, hold on. One second. I'm gonna make y'all be able to see this in a second. Okay, I have to make this, and I have to make this. Yeah. Okay, and then that way you'll be able to, hold on, I have to put chat back for this to work. One second. Please do the wrong answers again, I want to learn. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through all the questions first. I'm gonna, like, go through parts 2, 3, and 4. But afterwards, I'll re-go over all the answers that I got wrong the first time. For the sake of learning. Yeah, like you said. So I'm going to move myself here in the middle. And make myself smaller so I'm not in the way. Hold up. Alright, let's move on. Let's go to the next section. So, we have this and this. This, I believe, this answer thing gives you the answer, so I'm not going to click on it yet. Let's put this to 30. Alright, 25. If gx equals x squared minus x minus 3, find the inverse function. For the inverse, so I have to do this on paper, actually, because I can't do this here. But actually, no, I can do it here. So it'd be y plus 2. Sorry. Do this here. Y divided by 2 divided by y minus 3. And then you'd have to equals x, of course. And then you're going to first want to multiply both sides by y minus 3. So you get y squared minus 3y. And then plus 2y. And then minus 6 equals yx minus 3x. But I don't know how you fix the yx. This also can just turn into minus 1y. It's just minus y. But then the question becomes, how do you, like, move on from having a yx? Because a yx feels quite crazy, no? Actually, first I could divide by y. So then you get y minus 1 minus 6 divided by y equals x minus 3x divided by y. And then move everything away from that. So you have y equals x minus 1 minus, or it'd be, sorry, plus negative 6, or I'm just gonna say, no, they're both minus. It'd be minus 6 plus 3x divided by y. Can you solve it any further, or is that just the answer? Factor out x. How do you factor out x? Because, like, from this position, do you factor out x, or I did something wrong earlier? Also, okay, I'm gonna have to... Bucket and mop was actually another one of them. Ben, you still here? I need you. How do you... From here, do I factor out the x? Or do I need to do that from the start? Because that might be a start thing. That might be a start thing. I'm not entirely sure. I'm fairly certain this was correct. Like, up to this point, we were still right. Or no. Because here, if you multiply by y minus 3, it's only y plus 2. That's what was wrong. So you have this. And this, I'm almost 100% sure is right. So is that what you meant? Is that you meant here do y minus 3, I suppose? And then from there, you would do like... wait, what? No, I'm pretty sure you do want to factor this out. It's still xy minus 3x. Because there's no other way to advance. Then if you want to get y here on its own... Or, I can move x here and divide by x. So then you can get y plus 2 minus 3x equals xy. And then you just divide by x, so you get y plus 2 equals y. Alright, this would be positive. So you just get plus 3. Or am I tripping? Yo, high key, I don't think I know how to do this one. I'm doing 25, the first one on here. I feel like I'm missing something. Because this is right. And I'm fairly certain this is right as well. Maybe I should move y over here first. Then you get 2 plus 3x equals xy minus y. And then from there, if I want to single out y, then I can do 2 plus 3x. And then that would equal... what, like y and then x minus 1? And you divide by x minus 1. So would you get like 2 plus 3x divided by x minus 1? And then is that the answer? I think that's the answer. Yo, BBC Guitar, you can't be giving out answers. Timing you out for 30 minutes. Don't give out answers while I'm like actively looking at chat. Okay, I think that's right, and even if it's not, I'm just gonna move on. So, this is the answer. Alright. 26, here we go. Where did 20... Oh, I opened the multiple choice again. On what interval is function, this one decreasing, round to the nearest thousandth? I can just plug this into the calculator, no? I can go to a table, or sorry, y equals, and then just do x squared minus 9, and then x squared minus 1, and then go to the graph. Over what interval is it decreasing? It would be... Well, I need to make the window bigger, actually. Okay. Actually, hold on. I'm like trying to make it so it's like all equal on the calculator, but it's a little hard to see. There we go. I got it to look like this now, which is a lot better. Okay, so where does it stop going down? I guess I can look at the table as well. It stops going down at, it appears x equals -2. So -2 is less than x, or sorry, negative infinity is less than x is less than 2, -2. And then it would also go into the next section, which decreases from 0, x, then it stops decreasing again at 2. And after that, it goes back up. And I'm fairly certain that's right. I'm going to go with that. All right, 27. Let me make sure no one's been doing anything in chat while I'm gone. My 25 is correct? Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, it said nearest thousandth? Oh, I need to go into calculator to actually figure it out then. Okay, David the Ugly is just a different account. Dude, why do people make so many accounts just to just do the same stuff that got them timed out? Like, it was gonna be a 30-minute timeout, and now it's 24 hours. Like, I told you not to do something, and then you do it again. Like, I don't see the logic in that. No way 25 is correct? I don't know. I kind of believe Ben Small on this one. He's the GOAT. And he already took this class and the Regents, so. But it said to the thousandth for this. I don't know do I just go to the graph and hope for the best? Or is there a way to find on the graph like where bottoms are, like mins or maxes? Yeah. Like here's his minimum. Then I can go here. Hold up. How do you do it? Because you said yeah. Because I'm going to, I go to trace. And then I click one. Sorry, what did I just do? No. Undo. Go back to the graph. I go to calc. I go like seconds, and then I go to minimum, and then I go left of there, and then I go right of there. Yeah, I found it. Second trace. That's right. Yeah. Yo, bald for Jesus. Are we being for real? Like, did you not hear what I just said? Like, I'm just gonna keep banning people. Like, I can do this all day. Why is calculator just, let's use math? Well, I don't think you can just math it. You need to, I think mathing it takes longer, no? So it'd be -2.23 to the nearest 1,006th. And then I have to do it again for the other one. Oh, it takes so long on the calculator. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give it a moment. I'm going through it. It gives me the same thing. 2.2236. Yeah. That looks right. Dude, I swear to God, it's like, can YouTube not ban you for having several accounts? Like, are we being for real right now? Alright, I'm getting ready to chat on screen again. I don't know what to... I'm gonna contact YouTube support about this, because y'all are just like spamming. I know it's not even y'all, it's one person spamming, and I just don't know how to fix it, because it's a different account each time. Oh, y'all are embarrassing. Like, go to someone else's stream. Alright, anyway, so that is the answer for that. 27, finally, here we go. It's also, this is wasting my time. I'm already, like, technically halfway through my time. Alright, here we go. 27, given this, find the value of the constant m. Where is even m? Oh, m's over there. Yikes, that's a long... Is the Regents actually going to ask me questions? Like, these feel like harder than the Regents, no? These feel like they're harder than the Regents exam. Alright, well, first thing I want to do is, square everything. Right? Because it's all under a square. So it would be... Or wait, isn't it just like, if you look at it logically, because x plus 3 is x plus 3, and you're only looking for greater than negative 3, I don't know if that matters, but it's 7 and then over 3, and wouldn't that just apply for the exact same thing here? So wouldn't the answer just be 7 over 6? Fairly certain the answer would just be 7 over 6. Yo, can we... I'm gonna have to figure something out here. Because this one dude keeps making several accounts. Yeah, I don't know. I would say, y'all, just for now, but before next stream where I figure it out, just don't look at chat, I guess. Unfortunate, like, turnaround, but working through it. Alright, 28. Here we go. Given all this and g equals that, find the solution to them equaling each other. Okay. I've never dealt with I forgot what this is called. Absolute value? Absolute value of x. I guess it just kind of works like a V-shape type thing, right? Find the solutions. Can't I just put it into the calculator again? Isn't this another calculator one? Where I would do x to the 4 plus 3x to the 3 minus 2x to the 2 minus 5x minus 1. And then the second one... Is there a way to do absolute value on a calculator? Oh my god. It just doesn't stop with the accounts. Oh, my computer's crashing. My computer's crashing. Okay. One dude is... So... I also might be, like, tweaking out. It says I'm, like, I'm dropping frames. I don't want to end stream early, but... might have to. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I don't know. Am I using calculator for this too? Yeah, I am, Serene. But the calculator, I don't know how to do it. Like, Serene, do you know on a calculator, how to do absolute value? Because, I mean, I guess what I could do instead is just 1.2x minus 6 and negative 1.2x minus 6, and it gets the point across. So then if I go to a graph... yeah, then I can see all the points they intersect. And what's it asking for? It's asking for the solution to the nearest hundredth. So, it would be, let me go to the intersect. here. Wait, but then it tries to intersect all three. I'm only looking for an intersect of 2. You know? You know what I could do is I could do one at a time. That could work, actually. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go back to y equals and get rid of the negative. And then go back to the graph. And then this should work. Like, this should work on the test as well, I'm fairly certain. If you just plug in the first one and plug in one at a time, that should be fine. And then if you only... And then if I go back to intersect, then I only do what's above -6. To absolute value, you don't even need a calculator. But it's asking for intersection. For solutions. How do you find solutions without a calculator? Right? Like, am I tripping? Isn't the only way to do this calculator? Fairly certain that's the only way. Also, my calculator's having a really tough time with this, though. It's saying that there's no connection when there is. So, I don't know what's up with that. Like, am I tripping? Or what are we doing here? I'm saying I have a syntax error. Okay, Alright, chat, let me be honest and open here for a second. My Wi-Fi is dog butt right now. If only I could swear. There's people here that are like spamming and I need to talk to YouTube support about how to not let that happen. My calculator is crashing. And I think I might have to end early. I don't want to, but it looks like none of the other, like, so many things are like colliding that's like not allowing me to stream properly, that I think in the interest of me actually being able to prepare for this exam on time, it's probably better for me to just end. Because I do really need to figure out this spamming issue. Yeah. Alright, so I do still want to end with a Wordle and Strands. So let me pull that up. Here we go. Leave that fit this time of the stream. I'll put myself back to normal as well. Sorry. I'm gonna put chat back on here. I think the guy left. So I'll warily put chat back and hope for the best. Alright, let's do the Wordle. Am I blocking anything? I shouldn't. No, I'm not. Alright. Again, sorry chat. Like, I've very rarely had to end streams early. Sometimes things happen. So T's, if it's not at the start, it's probably at the end. So it's probably... Huh. I'm fairly certain T is here. Maybe not. It could be something idle. Like no, it can't be title. But little, idle, title. It can't be title. That'd be a good one though. Piddle. I'm gonna do title just to see if my assumption's right. It's not. Yeah. Oh, because L can't even be there. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, I is a good start with I, actually. LT. I could still have a third letter that I haven't even thought of. Alright, and automatically chat goes back to this. So, whoever's there is still here. So, listen, man, it's just more... You're just making it more work on my part to go to YouTube and try to figure out what, like, how to ban you permanently. So, still not looking at chat, though, otherwise, because I don't want to spoil myself. Could be Milts? Huh, what am I... Normally Wordle is pretty easy for me. Elite. Oh my god. That should not have taken that long. Elite. Okay. Alright, now the strands as well. Let me make it bigger for you to see. Okay. Here we go. Remember yesterday's Wordle, because I did do a back-to-back stream. Yeah, sorry, yesterday's strands is pretty difficult. Healthful helpers. This might be easier. Potentially. Hopefully. First song's already over, because of how long the Wordle took. Clasp. Faced? Brune. Spoon? Healthful helpers. Spoon is like when I think healthy, I'm thinking like food. But also BR wouldn't make sense. RB. Healthful helpers. Huh. Trying to think what else this could be. Scale? What? Z is pretty random here as well. I'm using a hint. I want to end stream. Zinc. Oh, are these like elements that are like good for you? Like magnesium? Yeah. Okay, so then it's gonna be... Sodium might be here? What's X? Sorry, I need to think. Potassium's probably gonna be here. Right? There's a lot of P's. Pots. I don't think potassium's on here. Okay, interesting. Sodium is not good for you. Like in big amounts. What's X? I'm also trying to think of what the whole big word would be. What am I missing? Bites? Bites? Like, good bites? Protein would be good here. Wait, hold on. Is protein an option? No, not here, not here. It's so close. There's like a T-I-E. There's several T's, I's, and then an E-N there as well, but protein's not possible. But it feels like it should be. Does it spell like this? Oh, is nutrients the big word? Hold on. There's a U here. But it can't be nutrients. It's gonna be something E-ents here. Ingredients? No. Huh. I'm trying to think of, like, if this blocks off stuff, what else could be here? Using a hint. I know we don't use as many hints. Oh, calcium. That makes sense. I was trying to think. I don't normally use this many hints this quickly, but my computer's still, like, freezing up sometimes, so I want to end it. Just get it over with. Apple? It's gonna be apple something. Apple. But if that's Apple, then what's X doing there? Because they'd be like suffix. But Apple just feels right. I don't know. Apps. I'm using hints. I need to get out of here. Here's the X one. Folksicid. Supplements. There we go. Okay, so what's this? Flaxseed? I have never heard of flaxseed a day in my life. Here it's gonna be city proper. It's not gonna be IC, I don't think, unless it's probiotics. Probiotic. I see. Supplements. Apple was a tricky one there because it is helpful, but there we go. Alright. See, y'all put a bunch of stuff here that was also wrong as well. So, I'm not the dumb one here. Yeah, people like to, like, yell at me for being slow at strands. But I like when chat tries to guess, because then you know, like, you're not the only one. Like, you said apple cider, fiber. Like, fiber and vinegar are good guesses as well. It's just, like, not right. And, like, apple could have been something like you said apple cider as well. And then chat is already doing that again. So, moving chat again. It's just like, why you gotta... Why? You know, I'm gonna stop giving you attention and just figure out what to do next time. Alright, with that, chat, sorry we had to end. We had a bunch of issues. We had the computer breaking down, the Wi-Fi wasn't working well. My calculator... There's probably not something wrong with my calculator, but I need to figure out some stuff. Nevertheless, though, please still keep on working for studying for the exam. For those who are taking the algebra exam tomorrow, good luck. We're gonna need it. This is not just mine, but I guess everyone's final exam. Please check the wrong answers again. Okay, because the thing is, I was going to do it after I went over everything, but I guess for the multiple choice, fine. I don't see how I guess it'd be kind of helpful. All right, let me pull it up. Give me a second. That's the wrong one. Is it here? Here we go. Alright, chat, I'm gonna go over answers real quick. Where am I from? New York. The Regents exams is only for people in New York. So, that's where I'm at. Okay, check answers. Oh boy, quite a bit not right. Alright, I'm gonna speed run through this. The issue is, the thing is, what's your name again? Thing is, Mart, it does, or, sorry, Matt. No, Mart, I was right. It doesn't say what the right answer is. So, like, I can tell you right now that 1 and 2 are right, but 3 is wrong. But I won't be able to tell you why. Like, I could switch the answer and then do it again. Then it'll still say not right. So I can go back and then say, okay, well, then maybe it's this one. And then go back again. And then it'll say that it's right. And so now you know that this is the right answer. But the thing is, I can't tell you why. The thing is, like, I'm coming at this from, like, I also don't know, because I'm not, this isn't me tutoring you, this is me, like, taking the exam myself, so, so you're from India, that's cool. Mart, let's chill on that. That's cool. I actually have a good chunk of Indian viewers. It surprises me how much YouTube promotes, like, academic type of content to, like, the South Asia area. Because I've gotten a lot of viewers from, like, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh type area. But yeah, Mart, I don't know how I can help you. I think if you want answers, you should go to the thing yourself and see, like, go search up the answers yourself. Because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to search up the answers on my own time. But I can't while everything is crashing down. and we have more people spamming, which is why I need to get out of here. So, as I was saying, good luck to anyone taking the exam. Sorry this isn't as helpful as it could have been. I will talk to YouTube to try to sort out all the YouTube issues that I had today. Everything else just Wi-Fi that goes away with time. And on that note, Indians are good academics. Yeah, I think, like, I don't want to, like, stereotype, but, like, maybe, like, something about, like, y'all are, like, focus more on school or something, and then, like, you get recommended more academic content, but, alright, so, this is kind of an unfortunate way to end, but, that's the whole school year. That's my first school year streaming. Started in January, the start of the second semester, at least in the US. I know it's different timings in India and whatnot. But with that, hope we had a good school year. Good luck to everyone taking this final exam, which will be the final exam for everyone, because tomorrow's the last day for any Regents at all. Good luck. I don't have much more else to say. I will be here next week. Next week, I have not exactly figured out what I'm doing, but it's summer, so it won't be studying, but we'll figure it out. It'll be academic related, because that's what this channel is, and it can't be anything else. So with that, chat, good luck with your exams. If you don't have an exam, which I think is most people in here don't have the exam tomorrow, enjoy your summer. And if it's not summer yet, good luck studying. If you need any study tools, go back to my older streams where I actually do studying and not just a practice test. But that's all for me. See you next week. Good luck on your exams. Goodbye. Bye-bye.